The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Eoless has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Goros, Farven, and Sotru. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 12 of season 10 of the Formal Gamer podcast. One little note this week, we are going to be at Dragon Meet this winter. Tickets, I think, are on sale on their website. So if you want to meet, definitely me, probably Jules, probably Abu. Robin, I have no idea. Like, does Robin have any idea? Who knows where Robin is? Robin, are you out there? And probably Mira. I think there's going to be 4 of us. And do some recording around with us. And sort of like, you might be able to jump on the podcast. Then come down to Dragon Meet. And hopefully we'll be doing something like we've done in previous years. So if you haven't heard those episodes, jump back and hear the Dragon Meet episodes. They're normally released around January. And you can hear what sort of stuff we do. But more important than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast.
Howdy, hoo!
We've just come through another door, students.
Oh, there's an altar.
There is an altar and it says, "Leave a piece of yourself here."
So do a little recap of what's going on, just in case someone's forgotten.
Yeah, well, why don't you tell me what you
Don't
guys
look
did?
at me when you say
No,
that.
I'm looking for you to help with the recap rather than the you've forgotten.
You tell me, in the last few episodes, you tell me what you guys have, how
we
you feel the story is
Got
going.
to a mountain,
Yep.
looking for villagers.
This
yeah.
is very far back.
Yeah,
Yes.
very far.
Found
okay.
a blood
Yes.
witch. She said, "I'll release the villagers if you get me 2 things. They're in this cave."
Very curious.
Get me access to the tomb.
Yeah.
Very
Get me 2.
curious.
Very curious. We get into the tomb and it's like riddle rooms. Every room's like a puzzle. Sotru's got strong opinions on that. What's your opinion, Sotru? Yeah, that's why you don't have your phone out of the table.
Sorry, I was just
I will
finishing.
pick on you.
He was just flirting.
So then they found that I was in one of the puzzle rooms.
Which
I'm
is obviously
Raven.
the best discovery that could have
I'm
ever
Rave-en
happened.
Silvershield. I'm a talented and excitable rogue
And a
who's
criminal.
just
Yep.
sobering up post-drinking. The last room we went to, we had to complete a race. But the room before that, we met a watcher who said he'd been following our progress through all the puzzle rooms and that he would impede us unless we showed our worthiness. Now, in this latest room, we are in the ruins of an
Well,
old
technically,
castle.
he didn't say worthiness. He said meeting requirements. That was it.
But we don't know what those requirements are.
So we decided
Exactly.
maybe be nicer.
Yes, tipping more.
Or
That was
worse.
specifically one of the things. Sorry, what do you think?
About.
What the requirements are?
I have no idea. I'm just having fun adventuring.
Maybe that's the requirement.
Yeah, we just have a lovely
Have to
time.
have
I mean,
fun.
if there's one impression I've had whilst adventuring with Sotru is that he is having fun.
Or
it's
murdering.
a barrel of laughs. It's so fun with Sotru.
Sounds like a
Yeehaw.
children's book.
Yeah. So
Fun with
much
Sotru.
Sotru. Right, yeah, so we're in a bit of a pickle because we're like, we got to try and complete them now in a certain way, all these puzzles. So I'm like, some of them, like the water one, like, was there a better way to complete it? Like when we were drowning? I don't know.
Like if we were nicer to the water.
I think you were really clever when you made a straw out of a quill. I would have said that was super worthy.
But the thing is, that I get the impression, an inference perhaps, that wasn't what the Watcher was looking for. He's not looking for us to be ingenious. I don't even know if he's looking for us to be powerful. He's trying to understand if we are worthy enough to get through to the tomb.
Maybe he wants us to be evil.
Or maybe he doesn't want anything and he's stalling.
The
Maybe!
night- yeah.
Somebody's onto something there,
Oh,
maybe.
shit,
Say more about that, Sotru.
I think he's stalling.
To be fair, that was more. Wasn't
It was.
different, but if I go, I want more ice cream, and they just give me more ice cream, I can't go, well, this is the same ice cream. It is more.
What is ice
That's quite a
cream?
good analogy. I like that.
Thank you.
I want some iced cream.
Now we are discussing this. Maybe he is looking for someone to take the power to bring more evil to the land. He sounded happy when we said the dragons were returning.
he's protecting.
He sounded happy.
No, you're on the wrong...
Be, but it's like, if the torso of this guy was definitely evil.
Yes.
And so Una's pretty evil. You think
Yes.
if it was evil, Una would have just gone, yeah, I'll kill a load of people
But
for
the
you.
Watchers are here to protect against people accessing the evil magic that has... The potentially evil magic.
But there could be double evils.
Well, it's true. They might be deeper
Am I
than
right?
one-dimensional characters. But,
Am I right, DM?
Who's the DM?
Am I right? Watchers. And I look up.
Well, you asked me. Sorry, you asked me just to tell you the answer to the
She's
campaign.
asking the Watchers if we're correct that they're actually evil.
Evil.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah, one of them going to go, yes!
Yes, hurry up!
Kill each other!
Yep, you got it. You got it.
Right,
Mike technique.
so... is that Mike Technique's voice?
You do it.
I'm not doing that. It's not a natural bringing up a Mike Technique. So, we've got the altar that... We found this room, and this room has an altar in a ruined castle, which theoretically, in the fact that it's a castle, could be a castle we visited before.
Yes.
But it seems very unlikely to
Yes.
be.
So let's,
very
let's go
unlikely.
back slightly. So when you were talking to him, he seemed quite interested of the rumours that dragons had come back into the world.
He sounded happy. He went, "Oh, I did not know that. I think that's very interesting."
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think he sounded
Oh yeah.
happy.
Yes, that interjection was not only not helpful, but irritating. So, dear, what are you saying?
So he seemed quite interested, and that changed his tone a bit. He's
So that erotic tone.
Yes.
I like
he said that he
a
was
dragon.
watching you, and that it was his purpose to obstruct people into getting to the tomb. When he said that, he wasn't specific about. He didn't seem to be in the sense that he was actively obstructing you, but in the wider sense, in that these rooms were there to assess people and stop those who weren't worthy going through. That was the gist of the conversation that you got from him. He said, "I will come back, and at some point in the near future, we will speak again." So it seemed like perhaps somebody might be in control of the rooms that you're going through, or can interject at any point. The plane which you spoke to him on appeared initially as if it was just another room, and perhaps it was, but he was just there waiting for you. So it appeared that he knew that you were coming. The last room that you were in, there was a little race with a elven child.
A child?
Well, a young
Yeah,
youth.
it's a teenager.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Elven
I mean,
youth.
remember, they age quite slowly, don't they?
You're right.
Yeah, so he was an elven youth who just appeared to be waiting there, challenging you to a running race, which was a bit weird. You went and followed it up, and a random person who matched
Eladrin,
very, appeared to be of Eladrin descent, had been there and had appeared to just told him, "Yeah, go wait there and do this." He referenced the fact that some of these places might not be sort of where they are, but when, that sort of thing, alluded to time. And he said that he had been a professor at the university, and his point of interest had been magic and the relationship with that with time. He also referenced the fact that he had been there at the point and the very start when Torfidus was taken down by the mage conglomerate,
Which was a while ago.
which was a long time ago.
Yes.
Yes. You described Una to him and said, "Oh, have you seen this person?" And he said, "Yeah, I remember seeing someone of that description a few years ago." You then pressed on, you went through the door, and you are now in a sort of windswept, relatively cloudy environment. You appear to be in the ruins of what was either some sort of monastery or castle or stone-type building. There is an altar, there is a door opposite you in the same fashion that many of these places have been, and above it, written in several languages and dialects, is something that reads, "You must leave a piece of yourself here."
Well, it's clear we chop off some boulder from the rock monster. Sotaru?
No, we don't.
I think, yeah, no, that's mean. What about I don't have hair, and Scott Rue doesn't have hair, but you do have hair. You could leave some hair here.
It's a lock of hair, maybe.
When Raven reads the sign, she unconsciously puts her hand to one of her secret pockets in which she keeps the portrait of her family.
Okay.
Oh, you think it's going to be something significant emotionally?
Adding some flavour.
Yeah.
Oh.
Undermined by
maybe.
silly noises.
Does Raven sing that?
Are you gonna?
No.
What are you gonna? Have you got something to offer up on the altar?
Who's saying this? You?
Yeah,
Julius or
you look
Lauren?
like your hand is in your pocket.
My hand is in my pocket, Gareth.
Okay.
I mean,
No!
I'm Gareth.
Hi, Gareth.
Okay,
Hello. Maybe speak to the microphone as well. Just
offer it up. Offer it up.
I don't want to leave it here.
Well, it looks like we have to move on.
Yeah, it's got to be that individualised. None of us have anything else we can leave.
I think we have to burn it.
I'd like to investigate the altar to see if there are any indentations or signifiers as to what kind of sacrifice there may have been left here in the past.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Okay, yeah. Roll your investigation then.
Let's all investigate.
Okay, so I rolled at 3.
I rolled a 12.
I mean, sorry. I know we talk about it very often on this podcast about how shit people are at rolling dice, but Robin's dice that he tried to throw towards the dice thing actually managed to go backwards away from him.
It was pretty spectacular.
So what have we got as a group?
Oh,
What's the
15.
highest as a person?
He got 12.
And I
Gareth.
think he just rolled a 15.
Yeah,
did.
I got 20.
For your investigation?
Yes.
Okay, so there is a stone plate that is on the altar.
Someone left a stone plate here. Interesting.
And is there like
Yeah, it was part of a collection. That is like, wow. Leaving like
Exactly.
a non-complete set. Unbelievable. So there's, you look at the plate, there are a few scrapes, chips in it. There are also stains on the plate.
What kind of stains? Goris, we need you to taste things
Oh,
again.
no.
In you go.
Lick it.
So you would think that that might be blood or bodily fluid.
It's blood or bodily fluid. Definitely.
Which would you hope it is, Goris, given the fact you licked
I lick it all over again. Can I do a perception?
Yeah, let him.
A 20. Natural 20.
You have to describe exactly what bodily fluids they are.
All of them.
Yes.
I want the DNA.
There might be a
Fully
mixture.
sequenced.
There might be many sources. Oh.
like
So this is your investigation / insight
My
into...
perception. Because perception's not just with the eyes.
I'm going
with
to
all
pee
my
on it. I'm not
senses.
cutting myself.
Not well.
Right, so you
What if I had with my
We.
tongue? That'd be such a shame.
so you look round. You
Well, I do.
you definitely, there's some blood in there. Yeah,
There's every blood.
yeah. There's definitely blood.
Feces?
You can't leave some of yourself behind. Trousers down?
Well, it is
Oh,
actually.
I've got quick long
No,
here.
you don't get
Pinch
any
one
of that. You can taste the remnants of perhaps what might be raw meat.
Someone left their flesh here, I think.
Yes.
You get
Semen?
Oh, how gross.
I don't think... It doesn't
mean-
taste like sailors.
do I want to say yes?
I
to
don't know
that?
if sailor blood tastes different, but I can't tell at the moment.
No, you can also taste I mean, what kind of tongue?
What kind of tongue?
One-
Big one.
Come on,
Any
20.
metallic taste of like any metal products have been
Yeah,
left
yeah.
there?
So you can.
So not just that.
So a
obvious-
little bit. You can.
Anything burnt?
In fact, you can feel that irony taste. So
Yeah.
you feel like a little bit of iron, a little bit perhaps a little bit of gold, maybe.
I think some people put like money down, and some people put like other objects down. But yeah, blood seems quite
A
common.
blood sacrifice. Well, we're going to have to go back and get Ramto then, aren't we?
Ramto's looking after the family, and also opening that door is more dangerous than maybe it's worth.
Do you think these blood sacrifices work, though?
Well,
If they
they're
do,
not here.
I will use the power of my menses to save us.
your what?
Power
Oh,
of my
no!
menses.
No,
Power
no!
of your what?
My menses.
You should know what that word
Meds.
is.
I can't.
The
Medsies.
cycle of the moon.
Oh fuck me.
Yep, that's exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah. It's the blood sacrifice.
So how is that going to work?
We gotta wait. How long?
Well, I think we'll go and meditate for maybe 4 or 5 hours.
And let me guess, you're just hitting that point in the cycle.
What the hell thing?
Well,
Right, I'm gonna roll a.
you need to roll.
I'm gonna roll a.
28.
Yeah, D28. And it's a one out of 4 chance, right?
Yeah.
A quarter chance.
So I'm gonna roll a D4. What do you mean? What's a 1 and 4? Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll a D4.
It's not just like an hour-long event, apparently.
Right, actually,
That's what they make
pick a number 1 to 4.
What number shall I pick?
Pick a number 1 to 4.
I don't want any involvement in any of this.
2.
3.
Oh, that was
Two.
3.
Which is it?
2.
2.
3.
Oh, I'm an idiot! Though, I think we've maybe escaped.
Yes.
Well, time is of no object. We could wait here for a week.
Okay, let's split up into an A team and a B team. The A team will be Sotaru, Goris, and Farvin, and the B team's going to be Raven, and we'll see who gets through this.
I don't mind. Thotru can't really leave a blood sacrifice. You know, lack of blood. I can leave a blood sacrifice.
I don't think
I don't
it's
mind
a
leaving
blood
some blood.
sacrifice.
Well,
Did you see any other inscriptions on this altar? Is it just the one sign?
Yes, you're right. How can we distill what the riddle means? Leaving part of ourselves behind? I don't know. I'm going. We don't know where the door is. We haven't seen a door yet, have we?
Yeah, it's directly.
It's in front.
Goris basically hit it.
Oh, that was the door, was it?
Yeah.
Good find, Goris.
Thank you.
Let's
You'd have
open-
never found it otherwise.
Let's open the door.
Can,
Let's go to open it.
Okay, it's locked.
can I look around the ruins, just like a general perimeter search for anything like left strewn about or on the ground?
Is it like a rock or something?
Well, it's
I'd like to not just focusing on the altar, scout around the ruins.
okay. Investigation.
Okay.
I'll help with that. 10.
19.
Oh yeah, you go around. You can you walk around the grounds. This place looks old. As you move around, you do find in one corner. You look at the place and you think, oh, if I was going to set up camp here, where would I set up camp? And you find this bit which is sort of sheltered from what would be the wind. It's got a bit of cover. There's still half of the ceiling of whatever building was here before is there,
Okay.
and you can see the remnants of what appears to be a campfire, a long ago campfire there.
But a campfire, there's none of their possessions left behind. No, we see any. Sotaru, what do you think on this?
Can you see any footprints or trails leading away?
Yes, good question. Is that part of your role?
Who's good at survival?
No, this looks old.
Oh. It looks like an ancient campsite was once set up here.
Do we have
an?
Oh,
After you.
no, after you.
No.
No, after me. Are there? So, is it enclosed? Do we have any like open doors that we could exit out of this kind of
I mean,
like,
it's
fortress
basically
room?
ruinous. So if you imagine cracks in the wall, you could step over, you could drop down like a
Okay.
floor and that kind of stuff.
I'm going to pick up any rock and just put it on the plate.
From
Just
round,
on the floor, just pick up a rock and see what it does.
yeah.
Yeah.
You put the rock on the plate, it makes the normal sound that you would think putting a rock on a plate makes, and
So there's not like it sinks, it doesn't move, there's not like a light, there's no rejection.
no.
I'd tell
So-
you what. Yeah, go ahead.
Sotaru wants to start wandering around and looking and seeing if he sees anything over, like the little ruins and stuff, outside of our little square that we're in, I assume.
Yeah.
Sorry, what time of day was it?
Sort of late afternoon, early evening, cloudy, moderate temperature. You know.
Does Sotaru see anything when he's walking?
Think Scottish Highlands.
Right.
No, okay.
You go.
So yeah, so I'm just looking around. Do I notice anything? Should I roll? I'm just looking around to see if anything jumps out at me that doesn't fit there. Like it doesn't look like it should be there.
You go around the corner, the sheep brushes through the bushes and then runs off. It looks like it's a wild sheep into the bushes.
okay.
So this is a ruin, but we're on the ground floor and it's open to the elements.
Yeah, so it's a
Yeah. So like half the,
So
one of the
like
walls is
no roof.
yeah.
And like the walls have crumbled down, so you can
the
actually
one bit
see
where
through.
the roof on this old building appears to have been. That's where this camp.
So we look out over the where we are.
Yeah.
Can we see any other buildings? Anything of any description? It's just
No, you can see off in the
highlands.
distance as like highlands. There's a lake in the
Yeah.
distance. You
Okay.
can see animals moving around, sheep and such like.
I tell you what, Sotaru, I'm I'm going to do it. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try something.
Is it yoga, Farthing?
No, but we said we would.
We said we would.
In the next antechamber when we get in there. But for now, Farthing reaches down into his bag and pulls out a bundle of letters. These letters are going to my parents. I've written everyone up. Well, Jeeves did. I've written everyone up via
You
Jeeves.
dictated.
And I'm going to leave them here. And I go over and put them on the stone altar.
Oh, that's really generous of you, Farthing. Did anything happen?
No, so you put the letters on. There's more than enough room to... well, actually, how many letters have you got?
Yeah, it's probably a stack of about 7 or 8.
And these are your I'm going to die letters?
Yes. A lot of them are I'm about to die letters.
Right. Okay, yeah, you put them on, yeah. Nothing seems to happen at that stage.
I cast a spell over it and light one of the corners.
What, to make them on fire? Yeah. Okay, they burn up and you watch them, the wind takes to them, they're paper, it goes well, and there is a pile of ash on the plate.
I put my hand in the ash.
Take 1 damage from the... Are you waiting until they're like...
Yeah, wait a little bit. You little fucker. What? I fucking solved it. 1 damage. Piss off, DM.
Right, so you wait.
Yes, I wait. Yeah, I wait till this slightly cool so they won't burn me and take off almost 10% of my life force. Yeah.
It's the pop tart all over again.
Yeah, you put your hand there, you've got ash all over your hand.
Okay. Yep. I walk over to the door and I try and open it.
Okay. No, it still appears.
I look up. You bastard watchers! Jeeves, I summon Jeeves. We've got writing to do. I memorised every one of those. We sit down. I start reciting all the letters over again. Over to you guys.
I think Raven's going to go and try and light a campfire in the same place as the burnt out campfire that she saw.
Okay. Yeah.
And she's going to try and
You find wood and stuff nearby, you collect it, you make a little fire, you're protected from the elements. Nice place to sit, yeah.
Okay, but nothing happens.
And then the rock monster took a baby bear, and I had to protect the bears, and then wolves showed up, and I almost died.
I'm just going to go up to it and slice my hand on my trident slightly. Just rub it on my paw until I get a nice bit of blood, and then smear some blood on it. Because everyone else seems to have done that.
Into the ash.
Well, push the ash out of the way. Maybe give it a lick. Lick it clean.
So you're going to eat the ash and then put the...
I mean, I'll brush most out of the way, but if I eat some ash, I eat some ash.
Okay, so you're brushing the ash off the plate.
Yeah. Then on top of my trident, just a little cut, nothing major.
A couple of drops.
Just squeeze them out and then pass it all around.
Yep. Okay, the blood's on there and you don't hear or see anything untoward happen.
Okay, I go and try the door.
Still locked.
No, it doesn't. Blood didn't work. Wasn't try though.
And then I ran faster than a horse and outran the bandits and they stabbed me and I almost died again.
That was funny.
That was funny.
I'm going to cut off a lock of my hair and leave it on the plate.
I shouldn't have moved your ash.
I put some of the ash back on the plate.
Have to do something.
Maybe.
So you cut your hair off and you put it on there.
And I tidy all the ash that's on the altar back onto the plate.
Sotru, we need to put something maybe that you really like.
So Sotru takes out the latest book he's received and places it on the stone tray.
Does he really like it?
Yeah, because I love reading, and it's even worse.
Is this the book that he
It's
didn't
a
want to
book.
read that he
It's a
hasn't
book
read?
I haven't even started reading. So it's the biggest sacrifice I could make.
I'm trying to work out whether that is a sacrifice for you.
It is.
Thing is, it's a sacrifice for Sotru,
Yeah.
but not for Robin.
Yeah.
It's very good play.
Okay, so you're putting the whole book.
The whole book.
The whole book on there. Okay, right. You put that on there, and nothing appears to happen.
I light it on fire because that's what Farthing did.
Okay, it takes a bit longer to burn.
And as that's burning...
I take a section of my headband, I cut that off and put that on there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because your one was a bit shit.
Yeah, mine's with blood. So I was a bit guilty.
Who wants some frog blood? Well,
She
witches
just put
would.
her hair on there.
Yeah, it's true. You cut all the hair off.
Yeah, but Raven loves her hair and it looks really nice, so...
Well,
Yeah,
that's a massive subjective opinion.
Anyway, back to it. Jeeves. And then we caught a rat, and the rat told us where to go, but he was lying.
Yeah, that fucking rat. I hate that rat. Anything happening now?
No, nothing seems to happen there.
I think someone needs to make a proper sacrifice.
Bed
You.
straight, bed straight, bed straight. 2000.
Pickle goes off to the corner behind a wall and does a wee in a cup
What?
and pours that on the...
Well, you put the fire out.
Do we need the fire to keep going?
No, I think...
Yeah, maybe he set fire to the book and stuff that's on there.
When the book is not on fire anymore, she pours some urine on the plate.
So you think blood didn't work, but piss might?
Yes.
Right.
A piece of me. A pea.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, that's good wordplay.
And then he didn't say how peace was spelled. There are no other clues.
Yeah, no. To be fair, he didn't say how peace was made. It could have been P-E-E in big letters. With all this that clue.
You don't hear anything, no.
And then we were hiding in the inn, and there was the captain of the sea showed up, and he was a really irritating character. But we can't be rude about it because he's important for some reason.
You don't
Well, I
hear.
don't know. Well, I'm not doing anything else. I sacrificed my...
Who's done good sacrifices? I'll put my hand up.
Yeah,
Go
I
on.
sacrificed
I put my hand
No,
No.
Raven, put your hand down. You've done bad sacrifices. Do a better one.
He didn't even read that book. I don't.
Right, we're going through a
You
stuff.
clearly didn't listen to the justification behind it.
Sotru, hold her down. We're going through a bag, so we'll leave something.
Let's be nice to each other.
Right, we should be nice to each
I
other.
point upwards for birthday.
Ipsney on the watch, eh?
Yeah. Let's not grab Grey the woman way.
If we go, Sotru goes over to the altar. Can he see any writing on the actual altar as opposed to the
We already
writing on
looked
the
for
wall?
that.
Oh, did you
well,
already?
No, it's just
on the
that.
altar.
What
I didn't
about,
think-
Oh,
oh.
no, 'cause we can't go out. I was thinking if 3 people went in there... And
Can you do a religion check? I'll do a history check. You do an arcana check.
One of us could still make a sacrifice. Someone else
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
All of us. Well, then we're stuck in here, aren't we? Right, religion... Oh.
Okay, so I've done a history check and I've rolled a 13. So with my...
13 for religion as well.
And your question is, do you...
Any knowledge of what the fuck we're meant to do?
No, you think that you've heard of things like this before, linked to magic, and you think that in these situations, if there's a magic trigger, it literally is what it says. You know, they want something that is innately linked to you to be left in perhaps some way.
And when he licked the plate, it was all blood.
It wasn't all blood. There was
No,
metal. There was all sorts
No.
of things.
Yeah.
Was there any... Okay, I thought it was blood.
Blood was one of the tastes, but anyone would, like lots of people may just put blood on there. But
So you would think that, yeah, the blood would that's obviously very deeply connected to you yourself. Your hair, again, yeah, you'd think that would be deeply connected to yourself.
I'll put some blood on there, but I'll just cut my hand.
that's what I cut. Why are you looking at me like? Oh right, we're not waiting a week for your
Yeah.
menses to start.
So in a tough way, I do it on my... I go, like...
Yeah, because if you done it in a cool way, we're all going to be really impressed with her.
She did it with her left hand, even though she's right-handed.
That's what I was going to say!
Yeah.
So she does it with her left hand, even though she's right-handed. And
Fucking
then...
hell, she's actually right-handed.
And then but I
Have you
haven't...
cut a right hand? Idiotic, really.
I haven't actually said to any of you that I am right-handed, so you guys...
No, we've been watching. Because you were catching stuff with either hand, but then you fight with your right hand.
And
when
then
you're trying to kill
I
those
squeeze
bandits
some
with
drips
gas.
of blood and I go, ugh, like a tough man, and one tear rolls down, but I grip my teeth.
Like a tough man, but one tear rolls.
Some guys always cry when they cut themselves.
What reality do you live in?
Goris is like, well, I'm doing it again. I open up my little cut my hand again and squeeze some more blood out.
I go, join us. Join us, Farvin Harvin.
Okay, I cut some of my hair and put it on there.
Yeah, I've
Not Ruth harder. Well, you've got your rock cleaning kit, and that chips away little bits of you.
I could chip bits
Do
of
you have
me.
any
Yeah.
toenails, rock toenails?
No,
Yeah, we'll chip.
but I am rock, so I could chip away
Yeah, we'll
bits
chip a
of
little
me.
way of you. That's in the. We'll take some of your moss.
Oof.
that grows on you.
Yeah.
No, that's his pubes.
Well, then how
No,
do we
it
go
isn't.
from-
I have moss everywhere.
Some armpit moth.
Okay, so I'm going to scrape off some armpit moss onto the
Are you doing it in front of
stone.
everyone? How are you
Yes, I am.
doing it? Yeah.
Do you do it in a tough man way?
No.
Okay.
Openly
What, you didn't
screaming.
cry?
To be honest, I think if you're like a 6'5" rock monster, there's not really anything that you do that isn't in a tough way, really, is there? I mean,
Not really.
unless you really actively try not to be tough guy looking, I think it's quite hard for
Yeah.
Saru not to be.
He's pretty nonchalant and he's trying. Well, he's got yellow eyes. He's sad.
We lost
But that's the only outward appearance of him. Like, you know.
It'll grow back though.
Yeah, it just takes time.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's put a lot of effort into washing his moss.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like when you grow a beard for 6
Well, on the
months.
plate.
So he scrapes that onto the plate.
Why was it Sotru who was the one that took the longest to sacrifice a bit of himself when it was just some moss? Sotru, does that mean a lot to you, your moss?
Yes, it does, Father, in the same way your unseen servant means a lot little to you.
A lot little to you.
Okay, well, does this bloody door open or not then?
So you put the moss on the plate, and no, the door doesn't open.
This one's a frustrating one.
Yeah. You try some
Sotru's really angry and punches the stone plate.
Is there a keyhole in this door?
No, there isn't. So you punch the plate with the
Yeah,
intention
in
of
frustration.
destroying it, or
Just being angry and trying to break it.
okay, roll just to see you don't get a
some of
one.
his handle break off on it.
11.
Okay, you slam your hand down and the plate shatters beneath it.
That's probably good. Yes, the altar that's needed to do the door, that's probably good.
Okay, watchers, hi out there. He does have a little anger issue with things like that. We wouldn't let him have all the ultimate power necessarily.
Just a sliver.
That's a bit of the ultimate power.
Goris, can't you fix it? Do you have
Oh
a
yeah,
stuff
okay, yeah, I have got men, so I just look at him and go, don't punch the altar, Thotru. That's disrespecting whatever religion that is. Come on, you're better than that.
Sotru turns to the side and starts praying.
Oh my god, that might be a good idea. Why don't you guys pray and see if there's...
Okay, well let me mend the plate. I'd sit and do cantrips and mend the plate.
Okay, so you mend the plate. There's the items that you have deposited on the plate there.
I'll flick some blood in there. God, Jesus Christ, this altar. So I do a little cut, squeeze some blood out.
Okay, yep, it's on the plate. You've got quite a little on the plate. There's like a
Real collection now.
real collection, real paste, sort of fluidy, sort of bit on there that's got bits of moss in it, blood, and raven's hair, ash. There's a lot of
A
paste.
medley.
Yeah,
Yes.
real medley on there now.
Sorry, did someone say they want me to taste this? was that, did I hear, did someone say that?
Where's the writing? Where is it again?
Directly above the altar.
Directly above the altar. Can I look behind and underneath the altar?
It says you must leave a piece of yourself here.
Can I look behind the altar?
Yep. Well, no, because it's
It's
stone.
against the wall.
It's against the wall. Yeah.
And there's no under the altar.
No.
Thotru, can we take a little scraping of rock from you?
So I would have done that when I took off the moss.
Oh really? Left them up. And still check the door again?
So you go over and check the door.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing? So you mended the plate.
Yeah,
and
mended the
everything.
plate, made sure all the blood and moth and stuff was on it.
As you touch the door handle, you hear a click,
Oh,
and the door opens.
hallelujah.
Well, when you turn it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
So we just need to put a bit of ourselves on there.
You didn't need
Yeah.
to burn those letters after all.
Well, I'm going to be rewriting them all. And I'm going to be having words with the Watchers about that, because I think that's rather quite simplistic, quite frankly. Not the metaphysical things that matter to my soul, but literally a bit of blood. I mean, really, what kind of amateur hour are we dealing with here? Watchers?
Well, it's all becoming very bloody because Una's a blood witch and we had to leave blood here.
There are 2 instances of blood in this story, yes.
I
And
think
there was the blood that we spilt with the guards.
it's a bloody world.
Yeah, I guess so. Bit over the top. We did go to other places where there's no blood.
Raven, are you beginning to reflect on like your family and all the
I might be having a
all the
moment.
blood money?
Right, yoga time.
Let's salute the sun and down with our dogs.
Okay, here we go, Sotru.
Who-
Right, Remember your poses?
Yes.
Here we go. Down we go.
So you're going into the
Yes.
anteroom again. Shut the door behind you.
Yes.
Right. And you'll wait. What are you doing? Are you going through to the next one, or what?
No, we're doing some
We're going
yoga.
to do some
Take a
yoga.
break, do some yoga, have a snack.
Yeah, have a snack, drink some water,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then we're back through. Yes.
You chill out for a bit.
Can
So
I-
you take a short rest.
Yes.
Farvin, you start to feel really rejuvenated.
Weak from my loss of blood. Oh, right, okay. Rejuvenated, good. That's the opposite.
You feel you notice that you didn't quite feel as faint as you usually do when you see the sight of your own blood. You feel that
How did you know about that?
just hazarding a guess, shall we say, and you feel just stronger. You feel like there's more magic at your fingertips, if that makes
Wonderful.
sense. And after about 8 or 10 episodes after the others, I can give you your level 5 character sheet.
Yay! 11 episodes late. 11 episodes late.
One
At
of
last.
us. One of us.
Yeah, that means when we got to level 7, you'll have to do that 11 episodes after us.
Oh my god.
No, because I've been
True.
storing up the XP still.
You've not done anything. You didn't kill anyone. All the XP was in those guards' bodies. I don't punch anyone, but... Right, we all had a nice rest. You're looking well, Father.
I feel great.
You look great,
Would any
actually.
of you mind if I took a sneaky peek at you know who?
I'm
worried about the families and
Well, I think there might be some
Protocol.
sort of time issue. So, even if we're in here for, like, Dave, it's only been, like, half an hour out
but
there.
remember the last time that I spoke to you, a certain person was heading towards our door to open it.
That's a good point.
It might be good to see if she is still in the room beyond us or
Well, if we all nip through to the next room and have a look round, you can stay in the antechamber and poke your head back in for a second.
okay.
As long as we don't close this door, we're fine. So we'll take a certain Rue A out of here.
Am I listening to all of this, by the way?
Yeah.
Sounds like you are.
Okay.
We'll have a look round with Rue in this one.
I think Raven's just gonna quickly open the door and peek and then close it.
Okay. I cannot say that I'm going to have to do an initiative thing and not let you do that. Because I'm not going to let you just open the door when that's really dangerous.
No. When you said you're
When we go out, when we go out, but we're not gone out yet. So should we open the door? Are you alright to open the door and go to the next one?
It's up to you.
Yeah, you just...
Soru opens the door and goes straight through.
Soru opens the door and goes straight through. Am I doing initiative between you two again?
Which door?
Well,
To the next room?
yeah, to the next room.
When he
No,
does
to that room, we're fine.
so when he does that,
I wasn't going that way now.
I quickly open and peek at Una and close the door.
Ooh,
Nope.
do you though?
Nope.
Doors don't open like that.
No, you have...
It's an airlock.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
It's,
know.
it's a magical airlock, you silly raven. You should have gone to school and learnt how this construct works. How many times do I have to explain? Reality is altered. You don't listen.
Oh, Marvin, Starvin.
Yes, you stay in here and see how that goes for you. You can't go through the same door twice.
Well, Satoru's gone, so now we can't check on Una.
Well, that's fine. Well, if we close this...
You haven't closed the door yet, though,
No.
have you? Sorry.
No, I haven't closed it. I've just gone through the door.
Yeah. So if we close this door, you can check on Una. But I'm going through. Goodbye. I go through to the next realm.
Okay.
Then I will be left behind.
Make the decision you want.
So, Farvin, you are through. Sotru, you're going through as well.
Yeah, I
Doris,
opened the
if
door
you
and went
jump
through.
to
When
30...
I see them go through, I go, oh shit! And
Right.
fly through spear fast. Oh fucking hell!
So you go through and it is stormy. There's
It's
hard
raining?
rain.
Oh,
There's
yes.
a path. You're talking like very muddy,
Oh,
track beaten,
yes.
leading up to what appears to be a group of people camped round a fire next to a bridge, with an arch on either end of the bridge.
I lie on
Is
my
it-
back in the mud and turn around and look at the door and go, you coming, Raven? And I wiggle around in
I
the mud.
go over the storm. I'm worried about the families with Una. I'm gonna go
What
check.
did you
What
say?
did-
What did you
why
just
did you
say?
say that?
What?
I close the door really quickly.
Okay.
That was close.
That wasn't...
What do you mean that was close? You closed the door. I've still heard that.
Right. Wait.
What's happened to Soru?
Wait. So you're closing the door on them in the room, and you're in the antechamber on your own.
We're in the realm, the new realm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the realm.
How loud is the storm?
How good's your hearing?
I mean, we literally have a system for deciding this.
Yeah, it's based on dice rolls.
Shall I roll?
So, what were you shouting? Were you?
Well, he shouted to me.
Yeah.
To be fair, your words were I shout back to you.
So roll your perception.
But he says, "What did you say?"
No, that's not how that
How the
works.
game works.
I got 3. So clearly my hearing wasn't that great during that storm.
Thank fuck for that. Because that was about to be the sidetrack of sidetracks. That's only the rest of this podcast is going to be us
Do you
wrestling
hear me
it.
though?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hear me now. You just bound over and tried to cover.
Yeah, I just jumped straight onto Sottery's head. Hello! Did you hear that? No! Oblivion you! Why am I round your head? No, lie straight back in the mud again. I have got you covered in mud though.
Yeah,
lucky
but
with the
it's
rain.
raining,
Yeah.
so I'm quite happily washing myself. I say happily. I'm happy I'm washing myself. I was a bit confused when you jumped on my head with your muddy body. But I was also quite happy about the hug. So as I said, confused.
I mean, they're
Purple flash, guys.
Yeah.
A quick question: Is it dark because it's stormy? Are there clouds? Is it night?
yeah. It's overcast. It's cloud. It's
Okay.
dark. And yeah.
Okay.
So Raven, you're on that side of the door. What's your intention?
I want to.
So why is she doing this?
Because remember the last time we looked at Una, she was walking to the door
Yeah.
as if she was going to open it angrily.
Right.
So we quickly sped into the next room, thinking that if she did come in, we wouldn't be there. But now we've had another room, and Raven is thinking, why was she angry? What's happened to the family? The last time we saw her with Proto Paul, she was going to put her hand round his neck.
Well, to be fair, we've all felt like that about Proto.
Proto Paul could be from another time.
Yeah,
He's a real person. And he could be from another time or another continent.
He might spend the rest of his life trying to get back to this village. He has no idea where he is.
That's my next character. I'm doing Proto Paul.
Probably Raven is worrying a little bit now that, because Farvin was saying that he thinks her father should be killed and executed, so she's probably thinking maybe stay away from him because he keeps trying to bring that story up and she doesn't want to talk about it.
Right. Okay. So her main thing is.
Checking on
But
the family.
is she worried that Una is going to crash her party in the sense that? So you're obviously looking.
She doesn't know what Una's doing, but she's seen Una, one, physically attack someone they've left for safety, and two, try and get into the room.
Yeah, and obviously Raven's intention is to get to the tomb, find treasures or whatever.
Yeah.
So do you think that Una coming in after you will ruin that, or
Well, she's very powerful, and she might try and kill us, or she might try and sabotage
or is
us.
there a little part of you that thinks I don't want to be with these losers? I want to go with someone who's a bit more powerful and go and find it myself.
No. But yeah, it's an interesting theory that I've just completely put the kibosh on.
Okay.
I don't think she's never met Una as well, but Una seemed to know her, so she's curious. But I think the main thing is she wants to know why Una was coming in after them.
Okay.
And she-
So are you going to open the door and go back towards Una?
I'm going to open the door and peek through first.
Okay. The moment you open that door, we're now going to have to deal with your side of this story on a separate timeline. Well, not they're separate.
What is this? What
separate
do you mean?
line. We're going to have to split the party,
Do
unfortunately.
we need to leave the room?
Hey, depends how you want to do it. Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Right. look,
Yes. Come on, boys.
Come on,
Into the
boys.
bedroom.
Right.
Bedroom
Time
boys.
to touch.
Bedroom boys.
So you open the door, and the first thing you see is Una coming towards you. Proto Paul behind her, looking incredibly scared.
Uh-oh.
You haven't really met Una before, have you?
No, the only time I met her was when I popped out last time to drop the family off.
And you saw her looking into the room.
Yeah.
So she comes, and her face is one of anger. And as soon as she sees you and opens the door, it goes to a nice smiley face. Oh, my darling, where are the rest of the people you were with?
You mean my new friends, Farvin and Garis and Satru?
Indeed.
they're continuing the quest that you set for them.
And how are they getting on with that quest?
Well, to be perfectly honest, they are, well, as a team, we make for a pretty incompetent one, but we are doing our best, ma'am.
I see. And I don't believe we have really met properly. What is it you are looking for here?
I am Rave-en the rogue, and I am seeking adventure and also the treasures I have heard that were buried in this ancient tomb. Luckily, I met up with your friends, and they seem to be a pretty nice company of people, part some weird personal hygiene and reading habits.
Would you have any... is it Silver Shield, isn't it, your surname?
Yeah.
Would you have any, like, emblems on you or anything like that? Is there anything that she would recognise you from there, or
I
or
think
not?
probably there wouldn't be, like, a family crest or anything, but potentially I think Raven would look like other family members, maybe, but... As most people...
Okay, nothing obvious, though.
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave that one by the way. Well, it's always good to have more people working towards an end. And, So tell me again, what is it that you want to achieve by fight? What is it you want to find in there?
Can I do an insight? Because I'm like... I really don't know what Una's all about. So I'm just going to try and see if I trust her or not. Oh, dear. That's bad. So I rolled an 8 with a plus of 4, 12.
You're not sure.
I say, I am a young adventurer, and I was led to believe by many stories here of the drunken dwarf wizard mage that died in this tomb, was laid to rest here. And I'm sorry, I'm so confusticated, but I'm pretty sure deep within this mountain there is some buried treasure, and I sure would love to be the one to crack that case.
And she turns and says, I think your history is a bit confused, but perhaps we can help each other anyway. Why don't we move forward together? I feel like some time has passed with these people, and they don't seem to have been as successful as I thought they might have been.
Oh no, they're doing real well. I really, what we wanted to do was check on all the family and the animals and protocol. Are they good?
She looks around, and the other people in the room seem quite scared, but they are in one piece and are alive.
Okay. How are your folks all doing?
They sort of give you a little, like, awkward, like, nod kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, the boys greatly respect your power. You don't really need a companion if what I'm hearing is correct. I mean...
Why don't we go in, girls together, go see what they're all about, what's happening with them? Why don't we go forward?
Oh, well, we can do, but I have to let you know, we probably won't end up in the same place as them.
What makes you think that, my dear?
You can't... The same door doesn't lead to the same place twice? And she's just getting it wrong and, like, misremembering.
Intentionally, or...
I think she's, like, she's not super clear on what's been... Yeah, she has, like, +0 intelligence, so...
Oh, so she's
well, we
average
could try and go look for them. But Raven is like, oh shit. She's like aware of being with extremely powerful people, and she's always
you're getting some proper heavy vibes kicking off this lady, powerful wise. She's like, no. She turns to you and she says, no, really, my dear. Why don't we go see what they're all about?
Sure, let's do it. And then like big gulp, and
you hear a snorting from down below, and. There's a pig looking up at you.
You want to come along, little buddy?
And
has he got a wig and a sash on?
He does, yeah. He looks rather resplendent, if I might say so myself.
I say, if you want to come, do one grunt.
Ooh, see, now we're getting to things of how much he understands. You just see him looking up at you, just imploring, like looking up at you, eyes wider than perhaps.
Okay. I say, if you want to come along. And I kind of gesture.
And the door's still open, is it? So the door that you came through from the antechamber, is it still open?
I figured that when I just said that I peeked through, you said she was like in my face.
So you're basically talking over the threshold, I guess.
Okay. I say, Raptor, and I know what I do. So I kind of like drop a ration on the floor, and I say, "Are you hungry, Rampto?"
What, in the floor in the antechamber?
Like on my side of the door.
Yep. In the antechamber?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. He takes a little hop, skip, and a jump, and he jumps forward into the antechamber. Una puts her hand on the door and starts to...
I say, "Rampto, did you do a poo in that room with all the family?" And then I look beyond Una.
Is this a deception, is it? Yeah. I think it sounds like a deception to me.
Maybe.
Well, better roll it then.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that was an 8 on the dice with a +3.
Okay,
11.
11. Una doesn't even flinch, and she pushes the door and steps into the antechamber with you.
Okay.
And turns to you and says, "My dear, shut the door. Let us move forward together."
Okay.
And you shut the door?
Yeah.
Okay, you shut the door, and you go over to the...
But Rampto's not with us.
He is with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, he's with you. Yeah. So you're in the antechamber with her, and she says, "After you, my dear," and she puts her hand out and points towards the door.
Okay. So I wonder if I could use my rogue skills which are like sleight of hand, and also in an attack situation, if we were in initiative, I could use my dash to like double move and sprint.
Okay.
And get out the door.
Which door?
The one to the new room, and close it behind me.
Okay.
So I don't know if I could try and do that, maybe.
Yep. Okay. So you dash forward. You dash forward. She again doesn't move. She doesn't look as if she's going to grab you or anything. You run to the door. You open it and you jump through. Now, are you shutting the door behind you? Are you waiting for Ramto? What are you doing?
Gonna shut the door behind me.
Okay. You shut the door behind you and you find yourself on a stage. And you recognise this because you have looked into this room previously, I think. Were you with the group when they pushed open the door and there was the...
Oh my god, like the courtroom.
Yes, so you were... Yes,
This Is America.
I apologise, listeners. This was my memory playing. So I couldn't remember whether Rave-en was with the group when that happened. So you were there? Mm-hmm. Yes, right, okay. So you recognise this, and there is a figure kneeling on stage, and...
I mean, I think I was. That's just... Oh, God.
Well, in any case,
yeah.
You see... it's irrelevant anyway. You see this stage, you see essentially a courtroom, and you hear... so you've shut the door behind you. Okay. You hear a voice boom out. You see the figure sort of kneeling there. The door is shut behind you, and as I waste time before I try and find the notes...
So I remember this room. There were like a bunch of grey-hooded characters sat around.
There were, yes.
It looked like a courtroom.
Yes.
And there was a scared guy on the ground kneeling down with his head in a bag.
Yes, so his head is in a bag.
I know Sotru took the bag off his head and was like, "Hello, friend."
Yes, that was...
so
was
that
him, wasn't it?
happened, and...
So, yeah, there's the chap kneeling there. There is a block in front of him.
Oh, gosh.
And there are the grey-cowled figures, as you remember from before.
Mm-hmm.
As the door shuts, you hear a loud booming voice. You're not sure from which one of the cowled people it comes from, but you hear, "This man is guilty. His sentence is death. Proceed."
What? Are they looking at me? The hooded people?
They just appear to be staring straight forward. It's just like a booming voice. "This man is guilty. His sentence is death. Proceed."
I say, "Hi, y'all. I'm Rave-en. Am I the lady that you folks were expecting here today?"
"Proceed."
I proceed, and then I kind of walk around the back of them to see if I can find a door on the other side.
You can see a door on the other side of the...
So,
so basically, if you imagine like a stage, that you might
Yeah.
go up and sing a song, you do an act, You're in the left wing, when there is a door opposite, and the right wing.
So I...
Stage right, should we say?
I
Sorry,
kinda hustle-
I'm not massively artistic, but stage right.
I hustle over stage right and see if I can rattle the door and try and...
Yeah, you did the classic,
Yeah.
oh shit, I'm being chased by a murderer, and you hear the rattling, and then the door The door doesn't open.
Can I run back to the other room, the other door, and like put my ear to it?
You put your ear to the door.
To hear.
Interesting. No, you don't hear anything. No.
Can I peek under the door?
But yeah, you just see darkness. You peer under the door and you see darkness. I like this. This no one's done this. So yeah, no, you peek under and you just see darkness.
Okay, so
Again, you hear proceed.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna ignore the proceeds because I'm thinking, I've closed the door, i.e., Una was in the airlock, which means she now can't get in here. Because
No, she can, but you know there is a sort of time dilation thing going on.
But I thought you couldn't enter the same room. So once they closed the door, the room would shift, which is why I couldn't go back to join the others in the stormy room.
No, so from your previous experience, you remember that once you're in the airlock, if you opened the door backwards,
Yeah.
it reset everything. It appeared to reset everything. So the times where you've been in there, the first time you went in this room, you had this door open and you were toing and froing from the airlock. When you shut that door and opened the other door back to where Una was, that was when you think the room reset.
Oh, God. Well, I don't want to kill somebody.
But from your memory, you believe that the time you spend here, so everything that's happening out there appears to be... So stuff in here is going quicker than it is out there. So you
Okay.
think that she's coming, but perhaps you've got a little bit of time to work on your own.
And in order to proceed, I need to kill this dude, apparently.
It would appear so.
Okay.
So the moment you've been running around like a mentalist on the stage,
Yeah.
like, "Ah, let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out.
And then what I want to go and see is there space for me to hide behind one of the grey hooded characters?
What if you get down off the stage and things?
Yeah, and run into them, into their midst, and say, "Anybody have a spare grey robe? Please, I implore you. The person who's coming for this challenge is coming next."
So as you jump down off the stage, you see them sort of get up like really frightened. They get up and you can see under their
I have no weapons.
Yeah, so as you're doing that, you see a variety of different... You see human, you see elven, you see dragonborn, another dragonborn, you see another dragonborn, you see another human, you see a dwarf, and it appears that the dwarf was standing on a little thing to make himself as tall as all the other
Love
ones.
it.
Because, I mean, like, you didn't want the little...
Yeah.
Anyway, so you see that, and they sort of get up, and... you've caused quite a commotion as they sort of back off from you and they appear extremely scared of you.
Yeah.
And you're asking them for a cloak.
I say, please don't be scared of me, friends, grey hooded friends of mine. I swear to you, the woman about to come through this door is seeking to perhaps murder me, and perhaps she will murder this gentleman for you if that is what you would like to happen. Unfortunately, I will not be able to take the said life of person, but I would love to be able to hide within your ranks and allow the room to complete its purpose, or perhaps you guys could shield me from an unacceptable murder going on down in here. I mean mercy killing. I mean justice.
They put their hands up, and it appears that they just haven't listened to anything. So they're like, please don't kill us. Please don't kill us.
I won't kill you if you open the door right now.
And as you say that, you hear the door from the anteroom open, and you see Una come in with a smile that turns to frown on her face, and you hear her shout, "Oh, for God's sake, I've done this before." And she walks up and stabs the person in the hooded straight across the neck, like cuts him from ear to ear, just cuts it, and you see this eruption of blood come from his neck, pooling on the floor, and you hear a really loud click. And she walks over to the other door and opens it and says, "Well, are you coming then, my dear? Forward as one, girls together, you know."
I think I'll be okay here. I need to go and check on the families and the pig.
Well, you so did you shot Ramto in the
Yeah.
So he didn't jump.
No.
So Ramto's. Oh my god, Ramto's in the locked room without any way of. Like, it's a fucking pig, so he's got no way of getting in or
Right?
out. Okay.
You know how we feel about our pets.
So she.
I'll be right behind
Obviously,
you.
that's just me DM aside. Don't worry about that. So Una turns to you and she says, "No, really, come with me, darling. Come with me. I have use for you. You want a bold end or a bold moment in the story of your life. Oh, I misspoke, my dear. I misspoke. You want a bold story? I can give you the power you seek. The people will look at you with wonder. Come with me if you want to ride to the skies."
Una, any glances that I receive will have been glances that I've worked myself for without magics. And I appreciate your kind offer, but I must make sure I go feed Rampto. He is our beloved pig pet, and I'm kind of slowly backing to...
So the other people, the other Grey Road people look absolutely terrified as well. They have no idea what is going on here. So you're backing off into them, are you?
I'm backing around the room because she's come into the centre of the stage.
And she's gone over to the other door, yeah.
So I'm going to try and do a mad dash to get back into the antechamber and close the door.
So you run to that door and Una watches you and you try to open that door and it will not open because you realise that Una's got the next door open.
Oh my god. I don't want to go with Una! This is horrible!
She turns to you and she says, "Oh, I had higher hopes for you. I got a real good sense of feeling off you. I felt that there's something in your bloodline. There's some potential there. Perhaps not. I've been wrong before. And she steps through the door and closes it behind her. And you are left in a room with some grey-cowled people.
I run to the grey-cowled people and hug them and I say, "We've made it, friends."
Wait. You're on the stage as they exit sort of stage left, stage right in their, as far as their auditorium bit. I don't know what you call that in
they just
the auditorium
disappear
left,
into
auditorium right. They sort of disappear through the doors and you hear them slam behind them and you hear bolts being put down and you are left in this auditorium with
a corpse.
A corpse with a pooling blood in front of them on stage. And I think, listeners, we will leave that there.
Yeah, I'll leave you with that cheerful image.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
The Formal Gamer, podcasts for those with exquisite taste.